Batching.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome back. This is the entertainment process for you guys.
The warm-up.
I'm Tanya Saunders.
I'm Christiana Campos.
Host for the Dreamboards Social Club podcast. We are doing behind-the-scenes recording, the introduction to episode
13.
You know, I feel like I was skipping 13.
Oh, it's a lucky number. It's a lucky number.
Lucky
For
number?
real.
Okay.
I think in Brazil it's a lucky number.
Right.
At least it's what I was told. See, it's like that. My mom always said,
Really?
13 is a lucky number.
You
Don't let
skipped-
that.
So this is not recorded, but
Yeah.
so we skipped 13 in the operating room.
13, like the 13 what?
We're going to show 13 operating room at Sibley.
Oh, that's good. Like, I wouldn't want to be in an
Yeah.
operating room. That was 13.
So this is our theme song for step 2 of our conscious dreaming framework that we are diving way deep into episode 13.
That's right.
Sweet dreams. What are they
Love
made of?
to disagree, travel the world. It's almost Friday, guys. Tanya, this is why you would love Soul Cycle.
I know, I need to do it. And speaking of Soul Cycle, I hope you guys checked out that freaking awesome, amazing interview with Julie Rice and Tim Ferriss.
Yes.
Like, Girl Crush.
That was, I
Girl
love
Crush
it.
was just really interesting because she reminded me of you. I had a
Oh,
crush on you.
I love that. Like, now I just need to
Uh,
make
no.
make the Benjis.
Not just hers, but her.
You make her Benjis.
Her whole, it was awesome. So, no, that was really
I'm her without the Benjis.
You guys should check that out. Tim Ferriss.
I'll put that on the Facebook
This
group community.
week's episode, Julie Rice, Soul Cycle former CEO,
She
and now
sold the
WeWorks.
company with her partner for
Remarkable.
gazillions.
Yeah,
All right, are we ready to start and roll into it?
we are ready.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 13, Lucky 13. Hi there, Tanya.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Christiana.
So, last week's episode, we talked to the marvelous Dr. Anita Kulkarni all about evolving and becoming as we journey through life, not only on the outside physical side, but very importantly to us on the inside. And we talked to her about the importance of creating a no judgment zone and different ways we can become our best selves. It was a great conversation. It was like a conversation like you'd have with your best friend, your sister, your cousin. So if you haven't, but who happens to be a board certified plastic surgeon. So
Totally.
everybody wants that in their life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you haven't tuned into episode 12, please be sure to do so.
Yeah, and if you haven't, this is a plug-in, a little commercial break, as Christiana
That's
likes to
always
say.
important.
Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. It's just, it helps us for several reasons. One, it helps us in the whole algorithm of iTunes, but it helps us be able to zone in and figure out what it is that you like or don't like of our content. It helps us create better content, and we just really want to be able to provide relevant, purposeful, meaningful, and what I find importantly entertaining content.
Always
You know,
entertaining.
but so if you haven't done that, we really appreciate that. It's super easy, and we have that on our website, the step-by-step guide on
that's
how
right.
to do that.
Yes. All right, so let's get started with this week's episode. Today we're going to be talking about step number 2 of our conscious dreaming framework, and that is to create a dream board. And be sure to stick around all the way till the very, very end, because we're having a really insightful conversation with a dear friend of mine, Michelle Rios, and I promise you she's not woo-woo, but she's created various dream boards that have actually truly, really manifested. And she's going to talk to us about that, how she did it, and what you all can do, even if you're a bit skeptical about this concept, because we know there are the skeptics out there.
We see you.
And we love you. But, and let me just back up for a second, because for those of you who don't know what a dream board is, another word for it is a vision board, but it's literally a board with images and words or phrases that represent what you want to bring into your life. And I like to think about it as a brick and mortar Pinterest board.
I love I love Pinterest, so to be able to walk into that.
I love Pinterest.
Now, this step, creating your dream board, uses the incredible and the scientific power of visualization to really make our dreams come to life. And we really want to be clear here because we don't want you to be confused that visualization shouldn't be, it's not things just happen because you're thinking about it, you're visualizing it. It's not like we see those six-pack abs of Sheila Cordaro's that we can't stop talking about, and a lot happens.
I've done that type of visualization. It doesn't work.
But it's about visualizing. It's about visualizing it.
That's right.
Creating the goals and the action plan to make those goals happen, and just do the work, which I know a lot of people don't like to hear, but
that's hard, but it's the hard
work.
Part. Yes.
And I hope this makes sense.
Definitely. I mean, it does to me, and I agree with you completely. Like, the hard part is doing the work, and I know it's hard. But, so, talking about this visualization theory, right? There's actually research to back all of this up, research to back up the dream board concept, and I just want to point out there, Tanya, that you're not the only one there with the numbers and the data. So, booyah. I love to tease Tanya.
Christiana put on her alter ego.
Got my little glasses on.
Her glasses.
My little research glasses.
She's feeling, stepping into this research scientist PhD.
So now that I have my glasses on, Tanya, according to research, using brain imagery, visualization really works because the neurons in our brains, so those are the electrically excitable cells that transmit information, those interpret imagery as equivalent to real life action. So when we visualize an act, the brain generates an impulse that tells our neurons, I don't know how to pronounce these words.
Neurons, yes.
Neurons to perform the movement. And then this creates a neural pathway.
A new neural pathway.
A new one, because a new neural pathway. And a neural pathway are like little clusters of cells in our brain that work together to create memories or learn behaviors. And then from there, this primes our body to act in a way that's consistent to what we imagined. And all this happens without actually performing the physical activity, but it achieves a similar result. And I find that completely remarkable.
That's really cool. I mean, it's I love it how it's very research-based. Yes. It's very real. And you look hot when you said that. When you have glasses.
God, I should wear them all the time then. Yeah. I'm gonna keep those glasses on then. So I really hope, now all kidding aside now, I hope that this convinces you guys out there, especially the skeptics out there, that this is actually legit. So let me back up, let's take it step by step. Let me back up a little bit, slow down, and going back to step number 2 of our conscious dreaming framework, which is again, creating a dream board. This really helps reinforce the power of visualization. And a little bit later on in the episode, as I mentioned to you all before, we're going to hear from a friend of mine who would be talking about all what she did with her dream board. And she created this dream board years ago. She has about 5 of them, I believe.
5 of them.
5 of them.
She really believes in it if you're making 5 of them.
And you know what? Almost every single thing on those dream boards have become real. And again, that's impressive. That's remarkable.
Super remarkable. And let's talk about how we can create a dream board. But I need to do a plug-in with my own Google stuff. And it's this quote that I found, and I'll read this. You can't do anything that you can't picture yourself doing. Mm-hmm. Once you make the picturing process conscious and deliberate, you begin to create the self you want to be. That is so good by Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous.
I love that.
And I will take credit for having said that,
I'll take credit too. Let's make it the Dreamboard Social Club mantra. It's so true though.
Yeah, it is. And creating a dream board, it should be fun. It should be, I personally find it like therapeutic, inspirational, because it's very motivating, right? So you're going to get a poster board, and at whatever, it's going to be your local craft store. To me, that's Target. It's Target all the way for everything. And then you can go through old magazines. You can do internet, search for images, words, inspirational quotes. anything that reflects that you want to be. This is like your freedom. We're providing a framework, but this is your freedom to how you want to do this step. But everyone's dream board is different, right? So it's just what speaks to you. And how I did it is I have a poster board, and in the middle I have the Dreaming from Abundance guide, which Christiana, did you say on this episode? We talk about it all the time, 'cause it's
episode 3.
very
So
powerful.
if you guys want to download it, it's free and it's very powerful, and it's step-by-step guide on how to dream from a place of abundance. I started there too. So go to our website.
So
episode 3.
So on my poster board, I have that because it's how to dream from gratitude, which to me it provides the momentum, because I see everything visually of what I've already accomplished. And then from there, I was able to narrow in exactly what I wanted to focus in on that year. And there are there are a lot of things I want to focus on, but the big dream that I have is this podcast. So I have pictures of us starting the journey of this podcast. And then at the end of where I want to go on my dream board for the year is a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow. If you haven't tuned in to last week's episode, I used her as my alter ego. Well, that was 2 weeks ago, as my alter ego of many things, because I used her for what was important to me, which is the podcast, and what she's built is the Goop Modern Brand Lifestyle. So I have images of that and of her summit that she is having. She's having a wellness summit in London this summer, and it's what I am visualizing, all these different experts. So that's what I have. So I've started from what I've already had to what is the end in mind for the year, which is the summit, which is going to happen, guys. And
I was just thinking about that.
Essentially, it's everything. It makes you really puts it. You're visualizing it, and then I'm feeling exactly how I'm going to feel once that happens.
Well, look at that. You threw it out to the universe. We're going to have a summit in London.
Not in London.
I'm already thinking Europe, but okay.
That's
you know
hilarious.
what? I'm going to London, honey. Okay? And you're coming with me. So I love that, Tanya. That was really, that's true. So I followed the same process as you did. I downloaded the guide. I did the guide. And again, dreaming from a place of abundance and gratitude helped me out a lot in the process of creating the dream board. So that would be very realistic in my view. And so my dream board has some quotes on it too. I really like the quote, she believed she could, so she did. I got that from my sister-in-law. Thank you, Kat.
I love that quote.
I love it. And I have a little mantra band about that too. And I also have images, many images. I'll give you some examples. I have an image of the small, cozy, quaint little beach house that I want. I'm not going to say that I want. I'm going to rephrase that. I'm going to say that I'm going to have with Javier when I retire. It has images of the dinner parties I'm going to have with my friends, my family. It has images of priceless family moments, because that's very important too. The things that you can't really buy, but you can create, hopefully. With family, I have meditation in there, yoga, getting fit and strong, romance, listening, Javier, and the trips. Hint, hint. No, just kidding.
How specific a detail.
Oh my gosh, it's a whole nother podcast. I'm already getting beat right. Okay, let's move right on. And the trips I'm going to take to create the romance and all that. Just kidding. And the trips I'm going to take and just explore and the person I'm going to become. And we'll include photos of our dream boards on social media this week, just to give you a little idea of what it looks like visually.
That's really good, and I have to.
And I keep it like on my dresser.
Do you add to it? Like I add to mine.
Let me work on that.
Yeah.
But I will add to it because I'm becoming the overachiever now, Tanya.
Well, I was thinking you should edit cartwheels in France.
I do.
But that's not until 50.
No,
right?
but I do.
So
I've always told Tanya that
I talked about that on my abundance guide. I didn't add that image yet.
She's talking about cartwheels. I told Tanya, just to give you guys a little in on our conversation, I told Tanya I want to do cartwheels in the south of France when I'm 50, just to have fun and be strong. Yeah. And I do actually have a picture of a couple of us doing, a couple women and men doing cartwheels on the beach.
We did try them last summer.
I swear to God. We should do the boomerang about that.
Heard from that. Okay, so let's get to this fantastic interview that we are going to get to dive into with Michelle. Let's tell the audience about who Michelle is.
Definitely. So Michelle and I have been friends for more than 20 years, and truly have always been inspired by her. She's been sort of a mentor to me, and not only does she have a heart of gold, but she's incredibly intelligent, she's driven, she has a super successful career, she's an amazing wife, mother, friend. I could go on and on and on, but she's truly all of that. And she's one of those people that you look at and you say, wow, she has it all, but you still love her, and you still aspire to be, not to aspire to be like her, but she's a really, really powerful force in your universe, and somebody really amazing to have in your life. But she's worked for the life that she has now. And she's a really big believer in taking action to create the change that you want and that you need in your life. And she's sitting right here next to us.
Yeah.
Welcome, Michelle. So glad to have you here.
Here we go.
And then thank you all. Thank you for listening. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Keep on dreaming.
Fun batching.
Batching.